even though we are still experiencing some technical problems, I'm afraid. Hopefully, it won't be much longer. Uh, Thanks for bearing with us. We'll get underway as soon as we possibly can.
I read a, I read something that it were like one of them how to make money online things, and it were a kid that had set up an O2O number, and any time he got to give his number out, he put this O2O number unless it were friends and family. So he got two numbers, and anytime anybody phoned him up on O2O number, and just sit there and talking to him forever because it was charging them 8p a minute. Yeah. I'm really interested in new double glazing. No problems. Yeah, I can tell you how big my windows are. Well, wait a minute. I'm going to have a walk around the house and let me get a tape measure out. Give me a second. £1,000. I think it makes sense that it made £1,000 in 1 month. Yeah, I get same. I get same from my auntie Linda. My auntie Linda's been dead 10 years, and randomly I get emails from her because my uncle Richard's not got access to that email address anymore. He never knew what her password were, but that email address is still live. So yeah, same thing. Mm, yeah, obviously, yeah, because it's like an old Blue Yonder account, isn't it? I guess there's no website. You just rock up to change password for a Blue Yonder account now. have I told you the story about my Gmail address? So I get emails randomly from there's two my email address. Well, one of them is daniel.humphreys@gmail.com. Now there's two Daniel.Humphreys in America. One of them is a real estate person in Orange Beach. I'm sorry, Orange County. I forgot what the actual the state's called, where the state is. No, I don't. I'm wrong. Then it's orange. It's orange. Some Orange Beach or something. But anyway, there's two, and basically there's two Daniel Humphreys, and they both got the same job. They're both real estate people, and one of them I'm in constant contact with because I were getting emails for his email. He basically put his email address is daniel.humphreys1@gmail.com, and often people trying to get in contact with him will just put Daniel.Humphreys. So anytime one came through, I were a bit of a prick to him, and I'd be like, "Yeah, I'll buy your house, or I'll sell your house, and yeah, I'll give you 3 times as much as what you." And I were a proper knob about it. And he got in touch with me, and they were like, "Can you stop doing this, please? Like, well, can you stop using the email address?" It's like I'm not there contacting you, and we've ended up in this. And he says, "How much would it cost me to buy this email address off you?" And I says, "Well, it's tied into all my Google stuff, and I says I can't sell it for less than like $5,000." And you're like, I ain't got that kind of money to buy an email address. I'm like, all right, well, it's not going to happen then, is it? But since then, we've been in constant contact. He emailed me at New Year's Eve. He was like, oh, Happy New Year. I hope you're okay. I've had an email from his grandma saying, oh, I'm sorry, I've used the wrong email address. I'm like, oh, don't worry, I talk to Dad all the time. It's fine. Have you not had anybody? Mm, mm, same. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy, isn't it? I I didn't know that Woolworths is actually still a thing in South Africa. And the only reason I know this is because there's a Daniel.Humphreys that signed up to Woolworths accounts in South Africa. He signed up to a credit card and a Virgin Media Active account. So he signed up for Virgin Gym as well. I'm getting all this stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shut up. He has not. Have you seen on the that's not yours? Yeah, that's strange. On the converse though, converse is that word? Convex. You can sign up for if you don't sign into your Google account for 3 months, they will delete all your data apparently. But that's like a rolling service. So every 3 months, I'll get an email from Google saying you're still alive. We're going to keep your account open for another 3 months. So that was pretty cool. So if you've not got that, you could look into that. He's a red wine guy. This is not a Jack Daniels guy. I am a Jack Daniels man. I love the stuff. We're going to start by 9 o'clock. We've got this.
Depends how long it takes Lee to gaffer tape someone.
There we go. So yeah, we might not be starting quite yet, but you can listen to us talk shit and possibly me get slowly drunk as I drink some Jack Daniels.
Can we get more magical items?
No, not yet.
Magic items for you. Magic items for you. Magic items for you. Magic items for everyone.
About halfway down bottle, yeah.
Yes. I'm cancelling work tomorrow. This is going to be good.
Oh dear. So, is Lee? No, Lee's not in that yet. I anticipate Lee having technical problems setting up the laptop in the cellar. So yeah, for everybody's benefit, I think due to a stress overload, I think we're down a player. I think I'm blasting people through my volume levels too high. Yeah, so one player is retired for the evening, I think, due to tech-related stress.
Yeah.
And other player who was missing is currently setting up
having his own IT issues.
A laptop in my basement. That isn't as sinister as it sounds.
It's a lovely little
with sinister overtones.
In my own
It's in
dungeon.
your basement with a roll of gaffer tape.
Yeah, the PC in my basement. Part of a new film. New horror film premise.
God, can you imagine?
Just strapped to the chair and force fed to play D&D forever and ever.
Forever.
What's going on here?
Or just even possibly a few hours tonight, I do.
By the time it's logged on, we might be able to do like 2 rounds of combat.
So I suppose we could like rehash or refresh where we got up to. Oh my god, what have I just done?
Where's Cade on the map?
Where's Cade on the map? That's a good question. Where is Cade on
He
the map?
hadn't come down the stairs.
All right. I don't know if I didn't know if his marker were under another characters or something.
He usually
No, I
under
think he
people's
just
feet,
come
isn't he?
down.
Usually under somebody's feet.
He's definitely not under my feet. I'm too small.
Well, no, you're medium. You're a medium creature, so you could technically.
I have no idea. It must be because his token must be under somebody's because I can't see anywhere else. Let's just shuffle people around it. See if we can find it. We'll play Spot Cade. There he is.
Hey!
There he is. He was under Obal's.
So he's under mine.
I was going to say
Under
jockstrap, but
Obal's
that's not
undercarriage.
right, is it?
Undercarriage.
No, he don't wear a jockstrap. He wears a nappy. He's a monk.
Hiding under the lengths of Obal's loincloth.
Oh, hey,
It would have been
did,
funnier if he were between Tackling's legs since he's naked.
Oh yeah.
As I was plumbing the depths of the internet ages ago, I stumbled across instructions on how to gird your loins.
Okay.
And it comes down to
Why would you search for something like that?
I didn't, like I said, I was stumbling across it. But it's all got to do with if you're dressed like someone who lives in the Middle East, with a long, like flowing sort of top. It's all got to do with how you hitch it up and like wrap it around yourself and tuck it. You basically turn it into a big man nappy, but you do it so that you can maneuver while you fight, so your legs are free. So you've got to gird your loins is basically getting your dress out the way so you can fight properly. Fascinating.
Adjusting your tackle.
No, it's got nothing to do with underpants. It's all got to do with the outer garment. But yeah, effectively looks like you give yourself a big man nappy so you can fight.
So Lee's not in Foundry yet. Is he in Ninja? No.
Can't you just stomp on the ground and he can?
Unfortunately, no. Directly below me is Trace's ceramic studio.
Oh, okay.
Lee is currently.
You set up an intercom system, Phil. Make it a permanent thing.
Well, actually, I suppose I could do that by the phone, couldn't I? Although he's probably got no signal down there. I shall go and see how he's getting on. So
Get one of the kids to do it. Have them ferry you messages.
Oh, you were joking.
Yeah. Just write little messages and just turn around and hand it to one of your children.
I would have more success getting the three-legged cat to do that.
Woof. Woof, woof, woof.
God, I was about to say that's the most human-sounding dog I've ever heard, and then I realised it was you.
Did you hit dog before? Did he come through?
No.
Woof, woof, woof.
I heard
He
you.
actually woofs when he sleeps.
Oh yeah, they do
That's
that.
normally when they're dreaming, isn't it?
Yeah.
My dog used to do that. You see the legs moving and twitching, and then the woofing.
He's found out he don't like snow.
Oh really?
He don't like snow. It's cold.
I'm gonna say it's weird because most dogs love it.
He likes it when it's coming down. He tries to bite it, but then when it were all dead for the past 2 days, he's been like, "Oh, this sucks. Oh, why is it so slippy?"
My dog used to just like jump for joy whenever she was running around in it, and always treated snowballs like an actual ball. So you throw snowballs up and they try and catch them, and then just look all confused when it just completely obliterates in the mouth.
They bit it in 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took our to go out for a nice long walk, and they've reached the point where they don't mind it. If you let them run free, they'll run around excitedly, and then after like 30 seconds, they're like, "Yeah, okay, now what?"
Accidentally locked Lee in the cellar. Not to worry. So I think so. Is in Foundry. We're making progress, people. We're making progress. But he doesn't have his video ninja link. So could somebody send it him through Signal, please? I'm looking at you, Dan.
Can't do that unless somebody else beats me to it. I'll try, but if somebody beats me to it, go for it.
No,
I don't think anybody's going to beat you to it.
Okay. So
because no one else is going to attempt
it.
You're a technical fuck up guru. And there's plenty of them. Oh dear.
Luhai. Video ninja link, yeah?
Yeah.
Copy link. I got it. Wrong one. Your name.
I'm gonna write it down on a piece of paper just in case he can't actually receive it on his phone downstairs.
Copy. That's not it. That's not the one.
Oh no!
That's not the one. Ignore that. Luhai video. There we go. Copy link. Back. In. Signal. Paste. That's the one.
Okay.
Delete for wrong.
Has he seen it, or shall I take him this handwritten note down?
Have you connected into Wi-Fi on his phone?
I'm not sure. It must be working on his phone because he had to authorize his signing into Discord. But I'll take him a physical copy just in case.
When I was looking at, because I'm level 5 druid now, I get level 3 spells. And I was looking at my spells thinking, oh, I can conjure animals. I can turn into whatever I want. I'm going to turn into, it said a beast of challenge rating 2 or lower, or 8 beasts of challenge rating. That's not at my discretion. That's at the GM's discretion. I thought I could turn into 8 raptors and just start, conjure 8 raptors and just start commanding him like a kid from Jurassic World.
No. What it comes down to is that it's. I think it's depending on like your environment. But if you have a strong suggestion and a good reason why it could be something, then.
Okay, he's got that.
So if you go 8 raptors in the middle of a jungle and you know what raptors look like, well, that's fair, isn't it? While if you're in the middle of a desert and you try to summon like 6 dolphins
or a whale,
or a whale, it'd be like, well, it's not going to happen, is it? But I think that ruling is just so DMs get to say into what some knobhead players try to do.
I'm sorry, T. You can't come in now.
Yes, I can. The best place to do it.
What's that? Summoning or polymorphing into things that you've never actually seen before?
No,
Yeah.
conjure animals.
Conjures.
Oh, conjure. Well, yeah.
I
Same,
Was under the impression
same.
I was under the impression I got to choose what I got to conjure, but apparently not.
No, within well, you can't. You've got to have some knowledge of it. You can't like pull something out of the. Yeah, you can't
You
say.
literally are pulling something out of the air, though.
Yeah,
I
You're not
wanted
summoning, you're
velociraptors. That's what I wanted.
yeah,
Based on our environment, I wanted velociraptors. Is what I
yeah.
wanted.
But yeah, you have to have knowledge of it. You can't like. I'm going to summon a zebra. I've never seen one before. I've no idea what it looks like. It looks like a velociraptor. That's what it looks like.
We're going into an end boss fight. I'm not summoning a zebra.
Why not? Ride round on a zebra with a top hat on, and a top hat on the zebra to boot.
I can see Istvan beating himself up now. And I was like, you need to take a few deep breaths, relax. Just a game.
Just I appreciate. I can't play more. I feel.
It's like, this game's to relax. It's not to stress you out. Relax.
Is he going to watch on Twitch?
Well, I've suggested it, but
No idea.
we'll see.
He can always type his directions in via Twitch, can't he? Into the chat. And boost our chat levels. Yeah, tell him to do that.
No, I'm not going to add to.
I am.
You're a shill. That's what you are, Phil. You're a shill.
A shill.
You're trying to turn us into your Twitch whores. You notice it's
that's
not
one of the most
denying it.
lucrative ways to make money online at the minute. Even as a man.
Well,
I would have thought it
being,
was OnlyFans.
Yeah, OnlyFans. It's one of the most lucrative ways to make money online.
Why don't we stream this on OnlyFans?
I don't think you can do that. I think it's like short snippets of video.
Yeah.
If you could live stream it, then mate would be creaming it.
Oh, mind you, don't. You must be able to do well. I suppose you must be able to do them at least 20 minutes or an hour long for all the pornographic ones.
We can do OnlyFans and just do like 4 middle-aged white dudes and see what kind of customers.
We'd clean up on the CEO if somebody were to search for 4 middle-aged white dudes. Boom,
Four
men on a Twitch stream.
Yeah, 4 men in a cup of dice.
Wow.
And 2 who
I was
just
trying
like
to be
to watch.
I was trying to be a bit out of the gutter with mine. You just took it straight back in and down into the sewer.
Yeah, Phil was all
Send.
like, where are you going, mate? Come down here.
Yeah, come down to my level.
Can somebody send Ispan a link to Twitch, please?
Yes, I can do that. No
Yeah.
problem.
Technical help. If you have any computer IT related problems, please phone Dan on 0898
0118811 9919725
Oh, we need
How the hell do you remember that? Yeah, I know exactly what that's from. Yeah. How the hell did you remember that?
She picks it up at the bottom of the stairs, takes a deep breath.
Oh dear me.
Sorry, I'm sending Istvan a Twitch stream, aren't I?
Lee's not appeared in.
Twitch.tv.Brotherhood of the Dice. I got right upset the other day, Phil. There were a link went up on Infinite Monkey Tales, and they were talking about BITD, and I thought somebody had misspelt Brotherhood of the Dice. They were talking about Blades in the Dark. I was just about to jump on it. No, it's BOTD, but it went into a BITD.
Sorry,
No,
who are
excuse
these
me,
people?
it's called Blades, a Brotherhood of the Dice. Not. Oh, okay, fine.
Who
Our
are these
good
people?
friends over at Infinite Monkey Tales, another actual play channel.
Is that that's where GM Brian plays?
That's where, yeah, that's where. Hello, Lee.
Hello?
Hello, Lee.
Windows
Hey,
Defender trying to block Firefox.
What?
Sorry,
I
what?
think that Windows is trying to block Firefox.
All right.
Windows Defender.
Oh, Windows Defender. Did you sort it out now? I presume.
I'll get it accessing.
Oh, very good. Okay. Well, right. We'll see you. See you later. I'm going.
This
Good
has been
game.
one of the funniest nights I've ever had. Well, yeah.
Well, so since we, wow, that hopefully that laptop's not dragging everybody's connection down. Well, anyway, we shall continue. So it's been a couple of weeks. So it falls to Lou, assisted in some minimalist way by everybody else, to give us a catch up on where we left it. What happened?
Minimalist as in not at all.
Well, yes, probably.
I remember correctly, we just started straight into the fight with the three hags, which turned out that they were not our friends, and they're trying to make off with the skeleton skulls. But turns out Lazai really does enjoy beating up old birds, so he absolutely battered the old lady.
Loved it.
to death.
Loved it.
Yeah, it was like bingo wings all around by the time he was done. It was quite graphic. So we retrieved our keys.
Aside.
Yeah. And then we opened the green door eventually. I think we healed up. We had a long rest because I think the wizard and the cleric were basically out of spells. I think I had nothing left. And then, and so we've just opened up the door, trotted down the steps, and then we're greeted by, I suppose, what our viewers can see, which is a triangular room with little chambers off on two of the sides, and what looks like an aborted massive baby the size of, I don't know, an elephant?
Yeah, I would say about the size of an elephant. I think I would say that's probably apt.
And then some, what we think is a soulmonger, like a big sort of crystal case.
So I've got
size
got a little picture.
I'm trying to use my words because in case someone's not looking at it, but and then there are tentacles sprouting out of this big crystal chamber. Oh yeah, it looks like the power core from in Star Trek. What do they call those things? They're forever shooting them out and blowing them up to ride the wave from danger.
Warp core.
Warp core. Yeah, that's it. Looks like a warp core. Man, that thing is ugly.
Yeah. So I'll regale you with the official description. So
Go for it.
there are crumbling balconies that overlook a pool of lava filling this triangular chamber, over which is suspended an enormous crystal cylinder held in place by three adamantine struts, which also are like kind of wide enough as like walkways. A wraith-like form swirl inside the cylinder, and otherworldly screams hang in the air. Four long, writhing tentacles sprout from the cylinder's cap, and a shriveled fetal monstrosity the size of an elephant floats near the cylinder. Its body is wet and malformed, its arms and legs atrophied, and its oversized head drips black goo. The creature is attached to the cylinder by a twisted umbilical cord. Hello.
Hello,
Hello, Lee.
You went off on my screen.
No.
Oh, we're still all here.
Still all here. You can still hear us, Lee.
Yeah, you went off and you come back.
All right. It's
Yeah.
unfortunately, the connection in the dungeon is probably not the best to avoid people getting out emergency calls to the authorities.
It's by design.
There we go. Istvan is watching. So Istvan is with us
Yay, Istvan.
in spirit in 10 seconds. 10 seconds behind, but is with us. And I believe there is a beautiful soundtrack for this, if I can find it.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I need to mute it now.
Yes. It's not too...
Cool, muted.
Very good. That makes me feel so much better.
Is that Death God's Nursery playing?
Death God's Nursery. It doesn't appear to be playing for people, so let's just make sure the right audio source has been selected. There we go. Everybody can endure the delights of... Well, it's a good soundtrack. It's a nice soundtrack.
I can't hear it because I'm playing on open mic, but is it like boss music?
No, it's not. No,
it's more like creepy atmospheric music.
Yeah. Okay. You'll be able to hear it on Twitch. Tune into our Twitch channel where you can hear.
Right, so
okay. What are we doing?
We all stood there. For Fuchs cast bless on everybody.
I hope you followed Istvan. I hope you followed this. Followed the channel, Istvan. Be most distressed if you've not followed it.
Don't stress him out.
So yes.
So for Fuchs cast bless on everyone, just as we walk down the steps. So we stood there, and that's what we see. There's lava, and there are tentacles. Long tentacles.
Yes.
So do we need to roll initiative now, full?
Or no, not as yet. No.
I think I can hear cats fighting.
Oh yeah, you can hear that. Yeah, there's it's three-legged binks attacking attacking the others. They're actually terrified of him.
Fafuk would like to make some distance between him and tentacles, please.
Okay, so nothing appears to be behaving in as unpleasant as it looks. Nothing's behaving in an aggressive manner as yet. So the lava, if that's not already mentioned, that lava it lies about 30 feet below the edge of the floor.
So if you fall in, there's no chance you're getting out, basically.
It's going to be hard, yeah. I mean, falling into lava is never particularly good, but falling into lava 30 feet down is probably going to ruin your day a bit, yeah.
A death sentence, yeah. As it is.
That's if you can't well run.
Yeah.
I think it's so hot you probably do what's known as sublimate, which is you go from a solid to a gas without going through liquid first. That's probably what will happen to you. You just evaporate. Right.
Yeah, you pop. You probably burst. You pressure.
Yeah.
I know you've got orifices. You've got orifices that would relieve pressure.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You probably squirt yourself to death out.
Yeah, probably depending how quick you heat up, I suppose. Yeah. I don't know. Let's talk about that instead. Right. Okay.
Fook would like to leg it off to the right.
Oh, let's unpause it, shall we? There we go. So, Istvan, if you disagree with any of the actions that have been forced upon your small personage, please feel free to enter into chat your alternate instructions.
Ooh, it's next.
Please feel free to go fuck yourself because we're going to do whatever else we can. Fireball!
Wow!
Tackling going to pick him up and do a fastball special straight at that mutated baby.
So the ceiling, something else to point out. So the ceiling extends to about 30 feet above the top of this cylinder as well.
There's some more space around here.
Yeah, there's something around inside here as well. Like a alcove.
Yeah, it's kind of a little.
Is there anything anybody doesn't want
thing
to
I do
do while we're all
remember
wandering
from
around?
last time we played, I think someone said not to go near those skeletons in the corner because they will activate, and there's something inherently dangerous about them.
Really?
That might have been to do with the trickster spirits.
One of the spirits.
So who?
That's residing.
So Luhai, Luhai hasn't got a trickster spirit, has he?
No.
No. Tackler, has Tackler got a trickster spirit? I don't. Moa. So yes. So Moa wants you to try and free the souls that are trapped inside this device. Who's
That's
getting
the plan, Moa? Great, you're on board.
Ow.
And what's another one? So I believe.
Oh, I've got Ubalaka.
Ubalaka. So yeah, Ubalaka is concerned about the bones in the alcoves, so that they might rise up and attack. And finally, we have.
Unk said something to me. I'm sure they did.
Unk. Indeed. Let's see. Yes, Unk urges you to try and communicate with the fetus.
Okay, who? Right, so for Food spotted the alcove, Lazar spotted an alcove off to the other side.
And of course, you've got the. Go on, sorry. No, go on.
I was going to say, do we go for tentacles, the big crystal warp core, or do you go for the abortion baby?
No, that warp core needs to be taken out full stop, because I think that is the soulmonger, isn't it?
Yeah, but that okay. I'm just worried about tentacles, because I'm thinking if we start to look interesting, those tentacles are going to have to come into it. I mean, if Cade, because he's a smart little halfling, if he cast fly at level 5, he could get 3 people flying. And then if he stayed back out of danger, the monks and the barbarian could just fly in and go to town, and then you won't go into the lava. What do you think?
That's the sort of thing Cade would do.
So just to point out as well, so you can see there's 2 facing balconies about halfway along the walls that are littered by ornate glass bottles, fluted silver urns, ivory caskets, and other vessels, all of them inscribed with baleful sigils and runes, which I believe, I can't remember if Cade, but one of you deduced.
It was Cade, I think, deduced there were phylacteries.
Yeah, phylacteries, yeah. So, yeah, Ispan says that's fine by him. But yeah, Ispan, you can always put that into the chat in Twitch.
He's already put that he can't type in the chat in Twitch.
Oh, I'm not going to. Yeah, well, I'll leave that at that then.
He said he'll message on Signal.
I'm not sure why that would be, but anyway.
Right. So Cade.
Not to worry. Yep. No, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Carry on doing it via Signal. Ispan, that's all.
Do you want to give me?
You've got to create an account, haven't you? You've got to create a Twitch account to chat.
Ah, right.
Phil, can you give me access to Cade's?
I can give you access to Cade's character sheet. One moment, please.
Are those balconies in dim light, Phil?
Are those balconies in dim light? I guess so. Yeah, certainly the backs of them would be. Yeah. I wouldn't really consider any of this to be particularly brightly lit, apart from possibly the front half of this platform. That's yeah. But yeah, the most of the lighting comes from the lava below and the heat. Cade, let's see. Permissions. Luhai. No, not Luhai. Oops.
I think I want to.
There we go.
Shadow step then.
Oops. Let's move the entire screen down to. Also, well, of course, there is a third balcony which is directly opposite you, in which you can see a like a shimmering portal of light, misty, filled with mist. Yeah, an ornate archway looms over the southern balcony. Grinning skulls are moulded into its frame, and glowing mist swirls within it.
Yeah, and it looks like it's got
What
constellations.
did you say? It's a door?
An archway. An ornate archway.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
people
It's
through
fine.
it.
You type in. Continue typing in signal. If that's, I'll be fine. You what, sorry, Lee?
So the monks, and the barbarian druid now all have fly cast on you, so you cannot fall into lava. And then
Okay.
it scuttles out of reach of tentacles. And joins
Okay.
the food.
Yeah, is that where it's standing? So the you can. It's quite easy to see that these tentacles could probably quite easily reach to almost anywhere in this room by the look of them.
Shit.
You see what's through the portal?
You cannot see through it. No. It's just like filled with
Got
like
some,
glowing multicolored mist.
It looks like constellations on the map. It's almost like a Stargate thing.
It's got kind of like a misty rainbowy effect on it.
Yeah, like oil on water.
Yeah.
That multicolored
Yes.
type
Yeah. Exactly.
thing.
But yeah, you can't see through it.
Yeah,
it's on the map.
On the map, you can see all that constellation stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, you can't see.
Similar to constellation stuff.
Yeah, you can't see through it though. You can't see anything beyond it.
I want a shadow step, Phil.
Okay.
So what are we actually suggesting doing?
Yeah.
Well, you have bless active on you. You've got fly active on you, and for Fuchs, going to suggest that he stays well out at the back over here, and maybe casts like
Oh yeah, of course.
Guardian Spirit. If I can cast Guardian Spirit next to this abortion creature, the ugly baby, then the Guardian could probably start zapping it.
Okay. So Isfan was requesting that you make some divination rolls for him. I can't remember if he'd used them, but you had a long rest anyway, haven't you? So
long rest, didn't you?
so they will need resetting. So if you would like to make divination rolls for him, there you go. They're fantastic. Them 2, 4, and 8.
Low's good.
Okay. So are you doing that now, or are you?
I'm yelling at the others to see, so that they know what's coming, and B, make some decisions about what they want to be doing when this happens.
Yep. Okay.
So you know there's
No. Sorry.
phylactery
Yeah, the phylacteries. Yeah.
and phylacteries. Do they instantly kill a lich then if it's destroyed?
Say that again. Sorry.
If you destroy them, do they instantly kill a lich?
It's
I
Isn't
thought
a
it was
no?
just that they couldn't reconstitute.
yeah. So it can't regenerate. It doesn't kill it.
It can't regenerate.
Yeah. It can't.
Right.
So as long as a lich has a phylactery, it can't be killed. It will always
destroyed, but then it comes back.
Yeah, it always regenerates. Regenerates back at its phylactery.
Okay, you guys ready for me to cast Guardian Spirit?
Should we check round what's this corner first?
Yeah. Do what you need to be doing, but then Fufu's going to be casting. So tell me when you're ready.
I'm
gonna have a look around here.
Okay, so looking around there, it's just a dead end. There's alcoves and in the alcoves lie piles of bones.
Do a search and have a look through bones.
You can if you wish. Yes. What's Tackling and Obol doing?
Well,
I'm ready in Fairy Fire.
Sorry.
I've moved Shadow Steps, Hunter.
Yep, you have.
I'm ready in Fairy Fire on everything I can get in range, including, well, most importantly, the unborn thing.
So you might want, if possible, you might all want to keep an eye on Signal because Istvan's communicating to you via Signal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll fire it up.
So if you're just to remind you, if like Fairy Fire is essentially an offensive action.
Yep. Sorry, Spirit Guardian, surely.
It is. It is. It hasn't been cast yet, though.
No, that's why I said I'm preparing it.
Yes. Right. Okay.
I'm not looking for anything. I'm wary of this absolute abomination, including all the tentacles and everything that's going on. Knowing why we've been sent here, I'm ready to.
Is anything
super
reacted
offensive
when I've moved to this platform?
No,
Phil?
nothing.
I'll shout
This thing just kind of drifts around. Doesn't appear to be.
I'll shout to that deformed baby. Then I'll shout, "Oi, what are you?"
Oi, baby.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
Right, you shout it and it kind of like rolls over in the air and slowly drifts in your direction. And as it rolls over like goo, this black goo just like pours out of the ruptured side of its head and out of its mouth, and it gurgles and babbles just this incoherent nonsense, just a random jumble of words at you.
Yeah, that's where the Spirit Guardian lands. That little blue circle.
Okay, is that what you're doing?
Guardian of Faith.
Is that
Guardian of Faith?
Yes. Are you doing that now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Gonna get it all killed away.
Okay, so that will be an offensive action. So let's can you? Oh, it is already into chat. So it's large spectral guard.
I would have seen him do that. I would have cast Fairy Fire. I was waiting for him
Yep.
to make me
Yep.
move.
Yep. Okay. So anything that comes within any hostile creature that moves to a space within 10 feet of the Guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed on dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 20 radiant damage on a fail save, or half as much on a damage on a successful one. Guardian vanishes after it has dealt a total of 60 points of damage. Right. Okay. Oh, all right. And that's your Fairy Fire, yes? And that tag.
I was trying to capture all the tentacles, but I don't think I can do it. So I'm going for 3 on the baby.
Yeah, you can.
You can, yeah. So by hitting, you don't have to cover the entirety. So by hitting them, it will cover them.
Okay, well let's just see what's been done then.
Yeah, I would rule that. So by you know it's hit it, so it's gonna. So as it hits it, it spreads around it.
Oh, fantastic!
That's how I would rule it anyway. Even if it only partially covered, it's still it's still doing its job.
See what I was trying to do.
Yeah, it's still doing its job. So as long as that represents the actual area of effect, that should be fine. Okay, so you both do that. So you can. Is there a saving throw? There's a saving throw for that. Is there not?
There is.
Yeah. 14 dex.
There is.
16 for Guardian of Faith.
Right, let me see. Do the tentacles have a dexterity saving throw? I presume they have something. So let's just give them a basic unadjusted roll. Say do them as a whole. Okay. Oh, Mr. Threadneedle. What then? That's not right. Right, let's do that again. Okay. Does a 17 save?
Yes.
It does. So, in which case, they are unaffected by it, I believe.
What about the baby?
The baby, let's so the baby has an actual dexterity save, so let's give it let's away it goes, and it completely and utterly fails.
Yeah. Very fire on the baby.
So it is covered in fairy fire. Let's wait 10 minutes while it loads up the effects. We'll give it the burning one. It's not burning, but we'll give it the burning one. So it'll take a moment as it decides to load up a tiny icon for the first time.
We've all got advantage on it.
And the duration of, is it concentration? It is concentration.
It's 1 minute.
1 minute.
Okay. Right. So, and you can, and so the Guardian of Faith can trigger some damage as well, and then we need to roll some initiatives.
Okay, how much damage?
So obviously the cylinder cannot, has got no dexterity.
Oh, does it take damage? Sorry, I don't think this Guardian Spirit attacks objects.
It takes damage. Yes, it takes
really?
damage from it. Yes, it will take damage from it. Yeah, it is a valid
Okay.
target.
Oh, does it get fairy fire save then?
It doesn't cover it for that though, but it will cover. It will be. It will be. I believe. Oh no, it won't. No, because it's not actually actively hostile. So no, forget that. You'd have to specifically target. It is obviously it is a targetable thing, but it is not a creature. It doesn't class as outwardly hostile. So no, the Guardian will not target it. But yes,
that makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But a baby.
So technically, it's not hostile at the moment.
Oh. Cool. Okay. No, that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
But it will be when it gets hit by fairy fire, won't it?
Yeah, but fairy fire's not caused any damage. Just gives it a warm tingle and makes it glow up.
It is classed as a kind of an offensive action, though.
Okay, fine.
Are we rolling initiative now then?
Yes, so we'll roll initiative anyway now. Yeah. So let's roll for initiative.
Finally. Let's kill this thing and go home.
Oops. One of those.
Well, Obold and I have a side quest, which you guys might want to hitch a ride for.
Oh yeah.
Why did you agree to that?
It was a fun idea and I was bored. Oh, that sucks.
A Tropple. That's a weird name.
Just waiting on Lou High to. It might.
Oh right. I was searching their bones, wasn't I?
Oh, yes. So okay, then you can forego your initiative for this particular round. Then, of course, searching the bones would take longer than a few combat rounds. So it's up to you whether you want to continue doing that. But yes, you can forego making an initiative roll on this first round certainly. So that means that Obold is first to act. So let me just add a flying tag to the people. So is it Obold, Lou High, and Tackling that are under the effects of flying? Okay,
correct.
Let me just add that. Don't forget, you can right-click your character token, and above the cog on the left-hand side, there's a box with a number on that you can use to enter a numerical value which represents your height.
Yeah.
Cool.
So please do that, otherwise I'm going to assume you're not above or below the ground. So if you've got a negative number, then that's going to take you below the level of the walkway.
What's the baby at?
The baby is above. So yes, good point. The baby is floating above the cylinder. So I will say that is about 10 feet. 10 feet up.
10 feet I will float above the ground.
Okay, I'm just going to get rid of that that template because we don't need that anymore, do we?
Nope.
Right. Okay. And so on that point again, the Guardian is a 10-foot. So it's a large creature. So 10-foot radius. So yeah, it's probably just inside that radius because it's 10 feet. Because the thing itself is 10
Well,
feet
no,
up.
that's the creature plus 10 foot.
Yeah.
So that's the large plus another 10.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I mean. So it's going to be just within.
Oh, right. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I cast it to be.
All right. So higher up. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's what I mean.
It just floats about.
Yeah.
So.
You can't actually. It doesn't actually move once it's same place. So does it?
Yeah, it's fixed.
Yeah.
8 hours.
Yeah. That's the size of it, and it needs. We need a 10-foot. I'll try and put a radius on it a bit. Rightio. So yeah, like I say, first to act is Obold.
You were talking, I believe, Obold.
Well, yeah, I was talking to it, and he was floating over to me, but it was just like unintelligible. I think on it.
It's kind of just gibbers, gibbers and rambles. This random, saying random gibberish.
It's not like a language.
No, there's understandable words. It's just like complete random gibberish.
After seeing what they've done, I think I will use that. There we go.
Potion of heroism.
Because I had them 4 uses.
You did.
I've already used one. This is my second.
You did.
Second usage.
So for 1 hour after drinking it, you gain 10 temporary hit points. They'll last for 1 hour. For the same duration, you are under the effect of Bless. No concentration required.
You're already blessed, but I suppose the rest of it's good too.
Yeah, it doesn't stack though, does it? So it's still just the 1d4.
Healing. Other formula. The other formula button can be used to roll the d4 1d4 bonus. Right. Not sure why it says healing on it. Oh, that's to get that'll add the temporary hit points. Yeah. So you can either use that button or do it manually onto your character sheet, whichever way you want to do it.
Yeah, I've done it manually.
So don't forget, temporary hit points are the ones to go first.
Yeah, but that would be my action for this turn, I think.
It would be indeed. So next, it's the baby. The baby. Okay, so. Right. So it turns, it kind of lolls and rolls in the air and sort of half rolls, half crawls, half floats towards Cade and Fafuk.
The tentacles don't get closer, right?
Sorry?
The tentacles don't get closer. They're fixed to the cylinder, right?
They're fixed to the top of the cylinder, but they're constantly writhing. They're not motionless. They're constantly writhing around and moving.
Gotcha.
Like any good hentai.
Yes. So it kind of drifts over to your direction by about 5-10 feet or so, and as it does, its eyes give off like this real cold blue glow, and an icy ray shoots out from its eyes straight towards one of you two.
Does it trigger the Spirit Guardian?
It will trigger the Spirit Guardian now, yes. So it gets a save, does it, against Spirit Guardian, or is that no? That's it does get saved, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
It changes the damage it takes.
So let's give it a save. It's probably going to fail because it's got terrible dexterity. It does indeed fail. So
takes 4. Is it 20? Let me read. Sorry, was it 20?
Yes.
20 if it failed, half if
20 if it fails.
Okay, right. It screams in agony and like vomits like this black fluid everywhere. It is as this
baby.
spirit guard
Bad
just
baby.
tears into it and ripping it, just like really ripping into it. So it does double damage. It's vulnerable.
Sensitive.
It's vulnerable to the radiant damage.
So, just reading that, then it says the Guardian vanishes when it has dealt a total of 60 damage. Does that mean 120, or does that mean?
No, it's 60 regardless.
It's 60.
That's wank.
So it could be 120 by the end of this.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm going to cast that again.
Right, so that does.
Could have
So that
two of
does
the fuckers
40. So that's, okay, so it's despite the noise it makes, it looks barely injured.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And like I say, it rolls towards you, sort of like almost swimming through the air, and this icy beam erupts from its eyes, streaking straight towards either Cade or Fafuk.
At least it's not kind of cold. Fucking hell.
Straight at Cade.
Oh, you bastard. Okay. What kind of save?
Did he bring his wind cheetah coat?
Wind cheetah coat.
Oh!
He's not a compliment.
Okay, right, it rolled a 1, so it's a miss.
Oh, it was in the save situation.
No, it's a range attack.
Attack roll. Shit.
It's a beam, so it has an attack.
Does it get disadvantage on its next attack?
What was it? What was the beam?
Ray of Cold.
Okay.
Right.
Next.
Okay. So that's its go. That's all that does. And so next is tackling.
Oh, okay, cool. So seeing this, I will. What's the distance between me and it?
You
I'm
can
already
fly
at
60
level.
feet.
Yeah, I don't need that. I will just. Can I circumvent these tentacles to get to it?
So like I said before, you. It's safe to assume by the size of these tentacles that they're probably quite capable of reaching any point, being able to
In
reach
the
any point
triangle.
in the room. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not going to wander straight through one just in case it's got some kind of
Attack of opportunity.
presence of me, so I'm going to try and wander around it and get to the baby thing.
Okay. What? So flying.
Yeah, flying. I'm 10 feet up in the air already.
Okay.
You say I got 60 feet?
Yep, 60
movement.
feet. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll use the 60 foot to kind of come over this way a bit. Oh, I want come over this way a bit and then kind of cut in. Then first off, I'd like to rage because I'm silly enough not to do that, especially when facing end boss. Rage. I'm no longer raging. I am raging.
If anybody's listening on Twitch, if they could, if any of the volume levels are particularly too high or too low, please do let us know.
And I will start attacking with a short sword, magic short sword, with advantage because it's got fairy fire. Oh, 2 10s, excellent. 18 hit.
That is, yeah. So you easily strike it. Like I say, it's only really slow movement. It's massive. It's a baby. It's a giant baby. It's got it's got really soft, almost translucent, like blackish grey skin. You can see like its veins and organs pulsing beneath the surface.
I've had a look at it. It's not very nice.
No.
1d6 plus piercing, so that was the 3, wasn't it? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so that's 9 points of magical slashing damage.
Okay.
Piercing damage, sorry.
Piercing damage.
Yep, does that hit?
It does, yes. So you do 9 points of damage to it.
And then we go again.
Rightio.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a 20 for a second.
Me too. Same again, 9 points of damage.
Okay. Okay, right. So looking injured now as you slash it, or rather stab it twice.
Nice.
So more messages from Isvan. Okay, is that it?
That ends my turn. Yeah, I'm going to stay next to it.
Okay, so next it's tackling. I mean, sorry for Fook. Sorry.
Right. Fook loves what he saw with all that squealing. Oh, sorry. Could you delete that thing I inadvertently put
Oh,
there?
yeah, no problem.
Sorry. And he's going to cast Spirit Guardian again.
Okay.
Come on, sorry, I'm in the wrong place. Spellbook, Spirit Guardian again. Guardian of Faith. I keep calling it Spirit Guardian, but it's Guardian of Faith. And this time he plonks it down just south of the other one.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do another blue circle?
Yeah, please. You can
So
copy. You
just
can
like-
copy and paste the one you've already done if you want.
So just like there. Boom.
Right. Okay. Okay, so that doesn't do anything when it first appears, does it?
Correct. No, it doesn't.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
And then Fook will grab hold of Cade's arm and sort of say, let's back up a little bit. It looks angry, and drag Cade with them another 5 foot.
Okay. Right. So next it's Cade's go.
Well, Cade's concentrating on fly,
He is.
but he does have a cantrip that he does enjoy using, and it's damage, so he's going to cast Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead.
He loves Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead.
He loves Toll the Dead.
Yeah, it's got to
and-
concentrate on fly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
concentration.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
So if he
and-
if he loses concentration, we all fall out of the sky.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's not
why-
very good, is it?
Well, you don't have to fly. You can stay running around if you like. Right, 16 wisdom save.
Okay. So that's
So if it saves, it doesn't take any damage.
yeah. 8 saves, takes no damage.
Cade swears in frustration.
And runs
Okay.
away.
Yeah, I
And
believe.
then he ducks behind. He ducks behind for Fook. Okay, that's it. Turn over.
Radio. So next it would be Lu Hai. Yeah, I'm not sure what that means. Next would be Lu Hai, but of course he's not doing anything. He's searching the bones. Shit. Right. Okay. So it's so reset initiatives and go again. So what is so Lu Hai, you can decide whether you're going to roll initiative now. Obviously, like I say, to search through these bones would take several combat rounds. It's up to you whether you want to do that or not.
Right.
I will take the cue from whether you roll an initiative or not.
Wow.
That's it. That's 20, 20, 20, 12, 12. And come on, Obold. What you doing? Having more chit chats?
Okay, so next round then.
I'm gonna fire at it with me crossbow, Phil.
Okay, fire at the fetus, the fetal creature.
Shoot him in his baby balls.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any, actually. It doesn't have any.
Oh. It's a girl.
It doesn't have, and the umbilical cord goes straight into its head as well.
No. Did I just assume it's gender? I apologise.
So it's like a failed 3D printer version of the baby.
It got stuck to the thing.
So close yet so far.
Oh, that's 25. That is easily a hit.
Out for
No, I've not been
advantage.
using. I've not been using bless.
Oh.
Adds a
bad.
d4.
4. Right, so you.
5.
So yeah,
Just for attack.
so your crossbow bolt kind of like plops into it, like hits it and just goes straight into it and just absorbed by it. But yeah, you do 5 points of damage regardless.
And these tentacles aren't
That's
doing
my
anything.
action for this.
They are
turn.
not doing anything.
Yeah, I'm still staying away from them.
Okay. So next it's tackling.
I will assume a beast shape, but I want to move.
You
Just
can
in
still
case
fly.
I do fall. I want to be able to drop onto this balcony.
Yeah, onto that
makes sense.
walkway, onto that strut. Yeah, you can use. You can.
Yep.
Yeah, you
So
can.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be there now.
Okay.
And I am going to assume the shape of.
If somebody doesn't mind checking on Twitch, just make sure the volume levels are good.
I'll do it after my turn if you want.
Okay,
I'm
thank
just going
you.
to assume the shape of features. Where has it gone? Wild shape. Here we go. I cast wild shape. And we're changing to a spider, please, Phil.
Spider.
Giant spider.
Okay. Polymorph.
No, it's wild shape.
Yeah,
but
no,
yes,
it's polymorph.
Yeah.
The thing, the tools are polymorph too.
Just in case I do fall, I want to be able to climb good.
Giant spider, not giant space hamster.
I'll be a giant space opera if you want. That sounds amazing.
Space hamster, not hopper.
Oh, hamster! What? Sounds even better. I'll have one of them.
They'll start calling you Boo.
Wild shape.
Blue High can be Minsk.
Okay, so yeah, you drop. So that cancels your fly, doesn't it?
I don't
No.
think so.
Does
I
it
can't
not?
see why.
Okay.
Why would it?
No, I thought that's what you said.
Cade cast fly.
No, yeah, that's fine. I didn't think it did. I thought that's what you'd said.
Oh, yeah.
And I will
Flying
start
spider.
wailing on baby.
But you were dropping onto the walkway, yes, onto the strut.
Well, no, I was going to move across. I was kind of shimmy across in case I did fall.
All right.
Latch myself
Okay.
into this
Right. So
walkway.
yeah, you're going to fly above it, and yeah, right. Fair enough.
So if he fell, he had something to fall onto.
Yeah.
Yep,
Right.
that's
Okay.
exactly what I was saying.
I
To
understand.
a certain death.
Where is my attacks as a spider? Oh, I've only got bite. Never mind. Let's just bite it anyway. I've got 2 bites with advantage so far.
Enjoy the taste of that.
Oh dear.
19.
That is a hit.
Does it make a Constitution saving throw of 13?
One second. I just need to check something. Okay. Yes, it passes it. So it's not point. It's not. It does not take the points and condition.
13 damage.
13 points of piercing damage.
Does your rage damage?
Non-magical if it makes a difference.
Does your rage damage carry over into your wild shape?
It should do actually, yeah. So that's 15.
Okay.
It's not turned up on this one.
I'll add that manually then. Okay, so like I say, it's still only looking injured. Like so, you sink your fangs into it, tearing into its tissue paper thin skin, and this black
And
tar-like blood like flows out.
seeing this black tar like blood, I'll get aroused and bite it again.
Oh. Okay.
Aroused.
Try and fill it with my own goo.
Okay.
23.
Not sure where this is
That
going.
wasn't even that wasn't even a subtle double entendre.
Nope.
Okay, so it gets another save, which it passes.
It does?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So damage.
So damage.
Oh,
Another 13.
Another 13 points
15.
of damage. 15
15.
points of damage.
15, sorry, yeah.
Okay. And is that the end of your turn?
That is, as long as I'm positioned over this.
Yep, you are positioned over that. I mean, you know,
That's
so
fine, that's the
the
end of my turn.
yeah.
I'll let out a spider chitter in like a war cry, like.
Okay, of course, these tentacles are writhing about, moving. You know, you're quite near one, but you can, yeah, it's not behaving in a strangely, it's not behaving in a hostile manner.
As long as it doesn't start attacking.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care. I don't want to fall into lava.
Yeah.
I'd rather be attacked by a tentacle.
Okay,
Conscious decision.
radio.
That's my turn.
Okay, so next to act is Cade.
right. Cade doesn't want to try Toll the Dead again, so he's going to try Firebolt, see what happens.
So if you don't mind checking those sound levels for us, Dan.
Yep, I'm on it.
Okay, that is a hit.
Mute myself.
And so he does 7 points of fire damage.
7 points of fire damage. Okay, so that's standard damage.
Oh, he said Toll the Dead again.
No, I said he didn't want to try it again. So he tried Firebolt.
He did.
Oh,
No, he
sorry.
did.
Is that what-
He's
that
really
what Kate
signal.
said?
He wanted Toll. Yeah.
Oh,
Just
sorry.
Toll the Dead again, please.
Oops. Sorry.
It's alright, I'll put damage back.
We'll do that next time.
It's alright. Oh. Okay, alright, we're sticking with the firebolt, are we?
Yeah. I want
Okay.
to see what we learn from it.
Okay, right. Well, yeah, it takes a normal amount of damage from it.
Cool. And Kate concentrates hard on Fly and uses Fufuka as cover.
Radio. Okay, so next it's Lu Hai.
I'll move down here. Oh, I wish I had a ranged weapon.
You can fly, buddy. You are the ranged weapon. 60 foot.
Ah, not now. I've learned that. I need a concentration from somebody else.
So you're literally going to stand 60 foot away watching the whole combat.
Well, I was hoping it were going to move over to yours so I could attack it from the ground.
Why don't you go hit a tentacle or something? See what happens.
That could be. That could produce a bad reaction.
Is that better, Dan?
I think he might have muted us in the game to listen to Twitch.
Yeah, potentially.
You're tugging your ear, but I'm not sure what that means.
He's typing.
Okay, so what's Lu Hai doing?
I don't know. I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
My turn.
It is, yes, it's
still
first it's Fook.
All right. So
Yeah, there's a
two
bit of delay.
guardian spirits, please. So that's 2 dex saves against DC 16. Guardian of Faith, right? 16 dex.
Sorry, say that again, Lou.
2 16 dex saves.
Okay. Probably going to fail these. So the first one. Okay, yeah, fails the first.
So that's another 20 or 40.
Another 40. Right, it screams again, like spitting out this black glue, and the pressure of it, like screaming, like squirt gushes out of its head as well, dropping in like gouts of it dropping down to lava, like hissing and sending up this like vile smelling smoke as it does as it hits the lava, or before it even hits it, it evaporates. And then the second one. Fails again. So this is on the second.
That's another 40.
Another 40.
So it's taken 120 at least off divine sacred flame type damage.
Is the northern one dead now?
No, it's still got another shot. Still got one more round to get to deliver because it's done 2 20s. It's got 120 left.
Yeah.
So like 2 40s.
Yeah, but it's because
the damage is doubling.
Yeah, it's because it's vulnerable to it.
That question, and you said no, so that's fine. Yeah, okay.
No, yeah, it's not the thing that's done. The thing's done 20 to it, but it's taken 40 because it's
right for Fook. Cool. For Fook, it's now his turn. He is going to guiding bolt it because it looks sensitive to divine light, and guiding bolt is one of them things. He'll cast at level 1 just because he wants to save some slots for healing in case. Attack with advantage.
Okay, that's a hit. That is a hit.
And it's 46. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So 16 into.
So, yeah, it hits it, strikes it for 16 points of radiant damage. Okay, it is looking near death. There's it's like this black tar-like blood, like pouring from numerous tears in its thin skin. It's to the point that it almost looks like it's deflating slightly, like organs hanging out of some of the larger rents in its side.
Oh, it's its turn next.
It is. So, it drifts over here towards Fafuk and Cade.
Holy shit! I didn't think I could get that close.
Hug that baby.
Yeah, Fugly's gonna get you.
Right, and then actually, it don't need to move that far actually. So yeah, it only moves to there, and it opens its mouth in like this scream, and as it screams, it's like just a black sort of light, black energy like erupts, like bursts from its mouth as it screams.
Ooh.
Target which hurtles straight towards Fafuk. It's like beam, almost like this beam of black energy.
Yeah, this cannot be good.
And
damage.
hits you. It strikes you, Fafuk. It strikes Fafuk full on, and you feel this intense cold and weakness spreading throughout your body. You feel your very life force being drained from you, and you can make a Constitution save.
Ooh.
Did you bless yourself?
Yes, I did.
Nope. Shit.
Oh, yeah.
Right, that's a fail.
Isfan says that he uses counter spell.
It is not a spell.
Oh, right, okay.
It is not a spell.
Well, Fafuk is going to burn one of his luck rolls.
Okay.
One of his lucky one of his lucky things. Where is it? Lucky. Standard roll. Usability. So I will re-roll.
It's not a spell list fan, unfortunately. Gonna
Saving
re-roll.
throw.
Go ahead.
1, 4. Here we go. Literally a roll of the dice.
Oh,
You lucky bastard.
Yes! Yes!
Okay, so you take half. So you manage to resist, like almost like willing your life force to like stay in back into your body, and you take half damage, which is so you take 22 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Same as your saving throw.
And as you do, you see the wounds on this thing's body start to heal up.
Ah, you bastard.
Yeah, that's enough of that.
Oh. Luke's like, you bastard! He's sucking my force to heal himself. Kill him! Kill him! Okay, next round.
Next round, so
on.
reset.
Let's fuck him up.
Oh, wrong crap that time.
Spider tag.
Okay, so first to act is Furfook.
Oh yeah, he's so fucking dead. Right, do you want to roll 2 to 16 dex saves?
All right. Okay.
I think I'll let them finish him off. Save my spell slots.
Okay, right. Save. Dexterity save, which is going to fail, no doubt, unless it's incredibly lucky. What's the DC, sorry?
16.
Ooh, nearly. So it fails.
It
So,
takes 40 and the first one disappears.
okay, and then we'll do the second one. And it fails that. Just failed him, but only just failed him. Okay,
It
right.
takes another 40.
So yeah, as it rips, this guardian spirit rips into it, and it shrieks as it's the blows just rip open its bloated belly, and it just guts and gore just like spill from it and like down into lava as it screams and drops slowly, drops like a deflating balloon towards the lava, and as it descends, it stretches and puts strain on the umbilical cord till it finally snaps with a pop, spraying more fluid everywhere, and then it hits the lava, and there's like a kind of it just bursts from the sudden pressure and the heat.
Yeah.
Like a deformed baby Hindenburg.
Well, that was surprisingly easy.
Oh, why did you say the words?
Yeah, you just cursed us now.
Is it over now?
Yeah, you can go for a
home.
long rest where you are.
Where's the loot room?
Are the souls still inside the big
Yes.
warp prism?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Oh, right, okay. So we've got to get past the tentacles to smash
So
them.
there's a crackle of electrical activity over the archway on the southern balcony. Like lightning flashing through this mist inside this archway, and
Here we go.
and you can see a shadowy figure start to appear.
Oh no.
Oh, we've just killed this bear. Oh god, he's going to be mad.
Is it Russ Nassi? You the big bad.
So, where are we? Here we are. A skeletal figure wrapped in mouldering robes and clutching a skull-tipped staff appears on the south balcony.
Well, shit.
Hateful pinpricks of white light burn in its empty eye sockets, and a 2-foot diameter sphere of utter darkness floats in the air beside it. Oh,
What,
show
just got like a
players.
black balloon?
No, it's like a ball. It's like ball of just like blackness. About
Oh, is that a sphere of annihilation? I've heard of these things.
About 2 or 3 foot across.
Yeah,
It just seems to absorb light.
Asherirak.
It's pronounced Atharak. Oh, it's pronounced however you want to pronounce it.
Well,
I'm going to pronounce it oh fuck. Do we roll new initiative rolls?
No.
Fucking do this.
Right, this figure like looks around and says, "How curious!" Oh, but you were all but children, all alone here. No matter. This fetal abortion that you have dispatched, something I nurtured, was but a whim, an experiment. And he sort of like walks to the edge of the balcony and looks about, like surveying the room.
So is he here to give us presents and congratulate us? Can we attack the Lich, please, or run like hell? What are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm here for the Lich.
All right. Are we on the same initiative, full, or are we re-rolling?
It would be a re-roll. Is that what you're going to do? You're going to just attack him?
Well, we're actually going to fire a crossbow bolt at that thing in the centre, because it's made of glass, isn't it?
It does appear it's made of crystal.
Well, we're going to fire a crossbow bolt at it either way.
Okay.
Shit, I'm going to try and think about what I'm doing now.
Well, we can.
Do that in this initiative.
Yeah, you can still do that. I'll let you if you want to carry out your actions that are remaining. So there's Luhai, tackling Cade and Obald. Have still got actions to carry out if they wish.
I still have an action because it was the spirit.
Hey, you are. Yeah, that is true. So,
Fook would like to.
Oh. I'm too giddy tackling that yet.
Okay, my instinct is to attack the Lich because I assume it's the big baddie. So I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at him. Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
Come on.
Not so guided bolt.
For Fook so rattled, he sends it wide. I assume if I roll another D4 on top of that, I'm still not going to hit, right?
We can always try.
Okay. Bless. Its AC is not 13, is it?
No. Well,
okay.
So the ball like hits, but it appears to strike something at the edge of the balcony. Just impacts on some invisible barrier.
Ooh. Okay, well,
even though it were aimed well above his head and not going to hit him.
Fook's done. Lazai, you're next. Go on. We've got a really old dude.
There's a pensioner there.
Go get him.
Pensioner side again.
I'm going to take the dodge action.
You're going to take dodge action. Okay.
You chicken shit. Run over there and hit him. You can fly. You can fly and everything.
Okay.
60 foot.
So next it's tackling.
I'm going to go and stand behind Lou High.
Okay.
Kidding. I'm going to go and attack
My
him.
monkey's like a shield of steel.
Okay, right. You fly but yeah, so you get to about here, and there's like just some invisible barrier blocking your movement forward.
Oh, really? Okay, then I'll bounce off it and fly over here instead.
Okay.
I haven't got. Oh no, wait. Might have actually. Oh no, that's. He's not got a spell, has he? What's that? I'm sure. Can he shoot webs? Oh yeah, webs. You can shoot webs, can't he? Range weapon attack.
Yeah.
I'll try and shoot him with a web.
Okay. Make a
Range
range attack.
That's brilliant.
He's going to spit his goo all over him.
It's an active ability. I guess this is like my action. So attacking is not an action, is it? I get. Basically, I can't do 2 webs, can I?
No.
23 hit.
Okay, right. It just like splats against some like and hits some invisible wall of some kind and just like hangs there.
Delicious. Then I will just use whatever action I've got to hide behind the movement I've got to hide behind the wall and drop down onto the actual floor.
Okay. Right. Next, it's Cade.
Right.
It's giving you a couple of options in signal.
Yeah, that's 85 foot. Yeah, it's out of range of Dispel Magic. So I've just suggested Magic Missile at the gem thing. If nothing else, bring the desiccated dude out to play. Dispel Magic, yeah, it's out of range. I think Dispel Magic is 60 foot. Just double checking. Spell book 3. Dispel Magic.
120 feet.
Oh, 120 feet. Yes. Okay. Right. Cade cast Dispel Magic at the invisible shield in front of the dead dude.
Okay.
Sorry, I just thought it was 60 feet.
And what level is that?
Level 3.
Okay, right. So the this figure like just raises his hand and the spell just fizzles.
Okay.
Ooh, counter spell.
Oh no, he said highest counter spell.
He's just put highest level.
All right. Next round. Sorry, Obold next.
Yeah.
So I'm opening fire on that crystal thing in the middle.
Okay.
Cade's overloading the signal servers.
Can I counterspell the counterspell? Sorry, Cade's asking, can I counterspell the counterspell?
You can counterspell a counterspell, yes. I'm not sure if you can while you're casting a spell. Can you counterspell a spell?
Is a counterspell a reaction?
Yeah.
It is.
So I would imagine it would go cast a spell. He counterspells as his reaction, and then he goes.
Yeah,
to his
yeah. So
reaction.
yeah, he can counterspell a counterspell, yes.
All right. So Cade goes for the counterspell.
But you can't.
Hot and heavy on the magicness.
So you attempt to interrupt a creature. Kind of process. If a creature is casting a spell of 3rd level or lower, the spell fails and has no effect. If it's casting a spell of 4th level or higher, you make an ability check using your spell casting ability. So yeah,
Yeah,
a counter spell will automatically cancel a counter spell.
Unless you're casting it at a higher level.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, so counter spell. So dispel magic lands. So back to dispel magic then.
Okay. So yeah. So there's like, well, you don't really see anything. All you see is the webbing just like drops and falls into lava below.
Declan screams out in spider form, "The barrier's down!" But all it happens is
No. I assume we all saw the webbing just drop.
Yes.
Hey, Cade.
Except Tobol's, because he's concentrating on something else.
Frantic messages from his fan.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Obold. So you count shouting
that
at
fairy fire didn't illuminate this, did it?
No.
No. So this would be normal.
Oh my god. My phone's going
It will roll at some point. Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. So that bolt just got fired into the lava.
Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't
Okay,
shoot
I
your
got
own
it.
foot.
Yeah. Shot somebody in the knee.
Yeah.
You're like one of those Americans who's got a pistol shoved in his next to his crotch and almost blows his own dick off when he pulls it out. Next round.
Okay, now he gets to do something at the end.
No, he did. He counterspelled.
Yeah, he did indeed. Let's see, where are we? Okay, right. He let's just check this. Right, so a ball of fire erupts from his hand and hurtles straight towards Caden for Fook.
Ooh.
Okay. Well,
That
dex
is
saves, then.
Yep, you can make dex saves.
This will certainly wake the skeletons up.
Oh, good thing no one's flying, hey? Hang on, it's a dex save.
Oh, if you remove the token from the thing now, can't you, Phil?
Oh yeah.
That's an 11 for Cade.
Frantic signal messages from his fan. I think I can't see him.
Constitute. Sorry, was it dexterity?
His dexterity save, yeah. Hang on, he's saying.
Ooh, for Fook does 23.
What's he saying? I'm not seeing the messages. I'm
He's saying, hang on. Does the Lich have to roll for Fireball?
No, Lich doesn't have to roll for Fireball. We have to roll for saving throws.
So Lich have to go.
Like Cade does, just a roll to make sure that he hits where it wants to go.
Well, okay, yeah, I can give him the roll. It's kind of pointless, but yep, there you go. He made the roll.
No, the difference is we roll because we.
It's quite so that was a reasonable request from his fan. Yeah.
Yeah, to make sure it hits where it lands.
Yes,
like his
indeed.
Well, we're going to use a divination roll.
Yeah, I was just thinking because the one divination roll was an 11.
Yeah, it's put 4.
It says 4.
Okay, so that would be a miss. So that would put it off. It'll put it off once. like I say, it's not going to really have a great effect. It's
No,
just going to push.
no. There's no point using a div roll because
It
Phil
just-
only ever moves it by like 5 foot.
Yeah,
for
it just
fucking
moves. It just
fireball.
moves to like 5 foot, one way
For
or other.
fucking fireball.
Yeah.
If it moves by 5 foot, it's going to make zero difference.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Okay. So, did you make saves? Oh wow, Fufu made it a 23. Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cade rolled an 11.
right.
But
Okay.
I think
Go
what
on.
was his div roll? Was his higher div roll than an 8?
It was an 8 and a 4.
Yeah, he still wouldn't make it. Never
No.
mind. Okay.
Okay. So, let's see. What's all these messages?
It's just for.
Don't
Oh,
worry.
okay,
Don't
got
worry.
it.
Carry
Yeah.
on. Carry on.
Okay.
What's
So,
the damage?
Kate takes 30 points of fire damage. Fafuk takes 15.
I'm going to be a dick. Does he have to make a con roll?
He does have to make a con
fly?
roll. Yeah, for the
Oh,
flies.
yeah. Of course. Relax, people. Relax. I just got to. Is it a D20? Is it just ability check then?
Well,
Plus.
concentration is a con check.
Yeah.
The difficulty class is set by the. It's half the damage or 10.
Has to roll higher than 15.
Yeah.
Oh, and he gets the bless.
Yeah, and is it a con save?
Yeah.
Con.
Hey, he makes it.
Okay. Woof. Manages to hold it despite being burnt to a crisp.
Impact.
But the
Yeah.
Fook has to roll one to keep bless going.
Yep.
Serving up crispy fried Cade.
So for Fuchs will just be a DC 10, I believe.
Yeah. minimum requirements.
Okay.
Right. Bless is up, fly is up.
Right.
Go fuck him up, people. Go fuck
Okay,
him
he's
up.
not finished.
You're
He is
flying.
not finished.
You're
He
flying.
has not finished. Now he takes his proper turn.
What?
Proper
Yep.
turn.
Proper
That's it.
turn.
Is he hasted?
Nope.
Got, like lair actions and shit.
He has not lair actions, but he has legendary actions.
Yeah.
Oh.
So basically, he can take an action after. He can use a legendary action point to take an action after a player's finish their turn.
Oh wow!
And he can do that. Any player, he can do that. He has so many legendary actions he can take every turn, and they refresh at the beginning of every round.
Fuck.
All right. What's up next then?
Okay, so as he weaves his hands about. Let's see, where's he going? He says, "I have commanded great and terrible armies and sailed the ethers to 1 billion worlds and snuffed their lights from existence. I have seen the vast darkness of the universe where planets spin through the void without rhyme nor reason." And he launches off another spell.
I thought his action was going to be the monologue.
No. Right, let's see here. Let me just check which is the. Gotta see if this is relevant. Right. So I need to check measurements. No. So he's probably not going to do that. In which case, he launches another fireball at Caden for Fook. This time using his action. You can both make a dexterity save.
Cascade. Dex. Save. 1, 4. don't know, what's that? 15?
15. That is not enough.
Okay, and that Fluke is going to...
With bless.
Yeah, I added it.
Yeah, you have.
And then...
It's still the same round, so Cade can't use another counter spell, can he?
No.
No.
Because it's a reaction.
No.
You could use it as an act.
Reaction.
Well, no, yeah, it's always a reaction. Okay, so for Fook, you pass it. So, let me just find it. So, Cade.
The bonus was he's using me for cover.
No.
Damn it.
Kind of explodes around you, so it fills the area, doesn't it? So.
Yeah.
If it was a cone or something, then maybe, but it kind of hits and it just explodes around. So Cade takes 33 points of fire damage.
Oh man, my little buddy's barely standing. He's reeling.
Must make another concentration save.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to come out of this with a better tan.
Oh, he makes it again.
Okay. Right, and for Fook, you take 16 points of fire damage.
Also looking pretty bad. And not take another one of them.
Spinning, she's like she continues to shout, spinning mindlessly, without knowledge nor name, crying out in horror unheeded. I have seen beyond the bounds of infinity and drawn down demons from the stars. I have harnessed the shadows that stride from world to sow madness and death.
So he can monologue and use 2 actions. That seems really unfair.
And then monologue again.
Yeah, villain prerogative.
Does he have bonus action monologue?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done. He done.
Okay.
Still got bless. Still got fly. I highly advise the fuckers who hit shit to get over there and hit shit. Anyway, next one.
Okay. You might want to get
This one's
Cade
got a
out of
suggestion
Hard's
for you,
way.
Louis.
Doing our best on that. Doing our best.
Louis, Cade's put a suggestion for you in Signal.
Oh, right. Next round, yes.
Yes, next round. Roll for a real set of initiatives. Sorry, I reset my initiative.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
No, I haven't rolled very well. Freaking hell. What's going on with you, Lee? That's the second time you've been like in the middle or near the bottom.
What did I roll? A 5?
Yeah, you,
No, 2.
you only got 10.
Okay.
I
So
rolled 2.
suddenly, for Fook, Orbold, and Tackling, you feel overcome by this force inside of you. And you, for momentarily, you're paralyzed, and the rest of you see this sudden white flash, and a huge ghostly image of an animal spirit appears around and above them. One representing
Right.
a snail-like creature, one representing each of the animal spirits that you are possessed by, and they scream at Azrak, "Curse you, Lich! You betrayed us and imprisoned us here. You will die here." And you, at the beginning of each new round, you have 50 temporary hit points.
What? Plus 50 at the end. At the start
It doesn't.
of every round?
It doesn't stack. It renews it. If you've lost some of it, it renews it. So it doesn't go above 50. But beginning of every round, you will get 50 temporary hit points.
How does that work for me as a spider? Is it on top of the spider?
It's
Yeah, assume it would be. Yeah.
Is that on top of the 10 that I've already received?
Yep,
Or do
yep,
it
yep.
override it?
It
That'll
stacks.
override
It stacks, but it doesn't keep stacking. So if you've got 10 of it left, the next round it only puts it back to 50. It doesn't go up to It doesn't keep. It just refreshes.
Oh, now we're cooking.
Right, Asarak.
Wow.
Asarak, which you presume who this must be, seems a little surprised. You see a wry smile cross his bony lips. Aye, but you are but flies, an annoyance to be swatted away.
Wow.
Did he just assume my botanical genius? Genus. I'm a spider, not a fly.
Yeah.
So
Cancel Asarak.
So first to act this second round, or rather this round, is for Fook.
Right. For food, cast Cure Wounds on Cade.
Heal Cade. Oh, my glass is empty.
Yes.
It's time to top up the Jack Daniels.
Hey,
He's
yo!
barely injured.
Only
some
when the
magic
bottle is
items,
empty
please?
will Asarak die.
We might have to pause this halfway because we're only at 10:30. So Cure Wounds.
Oh God, yeah, we are.
Bucket level 3.
He's only slightly injured now.
No, but that's all temporary. 18. So that'll go up to 67, 77.
So Cade, I don't think Cade had a spirit, did he? It's only the people that have got spirits that get the temporary hit points.
Oh shit!
Didn't he take that talking lizard? Was that a spirit?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's only the people that have been possessed by the spirits of the trickster gods that get the temporary hit points.
It's okay. Cade's is close to death, so right. So for Fook, after casting Cure Wounds on Cade, is going to drag his little buddy out of sight into this alcove. Oops, collided something.
Do we have any more artifacts that we didn't actually take on? Do you know what I mean? I think we've got an
What do
artifact
you mean?
that they took on. So make it pick it up.
I can't see around the corner full. I assume there's a little alcove there I can't see into.
There's little alcoves which so you can see a skeleton bones.
Yeah.
So yeah, they don't go any further. It's just a dead end.
Oh, it's like this weird triangle shape, so I can only see like half.
Yeah, it's kind of pointed, narrow pointed tunnel. It narrows down to a point.
Oh, so I can't get out of line of sight.
No.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. Okay.
No.
Right. So
You would have to get him. The only place that's possibly out of line of sight is at the top of the stairs by the door.
yeah, it's too far. Shit. Yep. So Fook will try and get Cade out of line of sight. I've cast Cure Wounds. I do have a bonus action, and I can cast this. What range is spiritual weapon? It does it. What's range? Oh, 60 foot. Right. Standard roll. I cast spiritual weapon, and I would like to plonk my spiritual weapon. 60. I can. Oh, 80. I can reach him full.
Okay.
I can literally just reach him.
Radio.
So spiritual weapon appears and tries to smack Ashrak in the face.
Okay.
plus the D4, so it'll be like 20, 23.
Okay, right. It hits him and kind of takes him a little bit by surprise.
And it does a percent.
Ooh,
Oh,
max
damage. 12 force damage.
12 force damage.
So it's like someone going up to him and booping him on the nose. Boop.
Yeah.
Ooh, unexpected.
Right. He kind of snarls and says, "But I, to you, am death incarnate, the end of all things."
Can Fafuk, are these alcoves with the skeletons in them?
Yes.
Next to, so they're actually carved into the
They're
wall,
cut
right?
into, yeah. They're about maybe a foot deep by a foot high, so you can maybe cram somebody into one of them. It's debatable how
Okay.
much protection it would give.
Okay, sorry, I thought they were bigger. Never mind.
No.
Right, that's Fafuk done.
They're kind of like like you get in main temples where they like have the alcove and just like put the,
Yeah.
like an ossuary type thing, I guess.
Gotcha.
Healing potion.
Obold next.
Okay, says has he got an healing potion? So yeah, Obol is next.
I'm gonna move forward slightly, and then use chi points to put silence on him, Phil.
Okay. And what's the save on that?
I'm just going to check now. Let me just expend this key first. Chi first. Usability. So yeah, oh no, it needs to move it down further because it's 3 chi points, I think, isn't it? What is it? Way of Shadow? No. Shadow Arts. Yep, 2 chi points. So it needs to go to 8.
Has anybody got a healing potion? Says Cade.
Nope. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, I've got one.
Let me just have a look
Fafuk
here,
has one.
see what silence is.
I've got an healing potion.
I think Cade wants it. This little guy is screaming for a healing potion.
There isn't one.
What?
There isn't one.
There isn't a saving throw? Really?
Nope.
That can't
It
be right.
just puts a 20-foot radius sphere centered at a point you choose within range, which is 120 feet.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I'll literally put it under him.
Okay. So let's drop a template down. 20-foot radius.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I muted my phone.
I've just got mine on vibrate.
Oh, you kinky bastard.
Okay. So let's have a look here. So right, let's see here. What's this do? Oh, moment, it's got that many things. Yeah. Okay, right.
I ain't got the silence spell to put in the chat, so I've just looked at it on 5e tools.
No problem. I'm just trying to. Where's everything? Right. Okay. So he turns and he glares at you. And does it require concentration? Your thing?
It does, yeah.
But silence. Yeah.
Yeah. It's concentration.
Okay. He turns and he glares at you, and his eyes flare with like this unearthly death light, and you feel like a icy chill run down your spine, and you can make a wisdom save.
Can Cade counterspell whatever he's doing?
It is not a spell.
Oh, it's just force of his chilling personality.
Yeah. Okay, right.
Can
You
I
managed
add a
to
D4
resist
to that?
it.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay, right. You resist the effects and sort of regain your courage.
nice.
Right. So now it's Atharak's go.
Again.
It's like the guy's got Tourette's on chat.
Okay, so I want to start. Right. So he disappears and then reappears, stood on top of the soulmonger.
Oh,
Yeah, sneaky little bitch.
Did he teleport?
Like in a cloud of mist.
He can only do 30 foot.
Far enough for that? Let's see if I was in reach.
No, it's too far for him, the bastard. Come back here.
Okay,
Go
in
back
which
there.
case he teleports. Oh, where are we? In which case he lands, he teleports, and hold on a minute. Then. Yeah, here then. On one of the struts. What's this doing? If this fan's saying yes, it's got verbal components. Yes, I know it has, but he doesn't need to use verbal components to cast it.
Right. Is it Cade's turn yet?
It is, yes.
Right, so just because I'm an arsehole, so Misty Step's a bonus action means Asherak can still cast a cantrip.
Yes, but he didn't cast it as a bonus action.
Okay, right. So Cade, as per instructions, casts Magic Missile at Asherak.
Okay, you can't see him.
Wait. No, wait.
No,
I thought you were going to drink that potion.
Push.
Cade's grabbing
Potion's
the
priority.
potion, so for Fuchs to carry this
And
thing
he
around.
can't see him as well because they stood bitted as there's a soulmonger between blocking line of sight.
Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, it's what's the healing potion worth these days? Is it 1d8 plus?
It's 2d4, I believe. Is it?
Oh yeah, 2d4 plus anything.
4.
Okay.
Potion of healing is 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, really? Sorry, I apologise.
That's not bad. Cade gets 8.
Okay, right. So he continues his monologue anyway. Says, while the world doubts and questions, I know exactly what I am. And he casts something. He casts another spell. What's he going to do this time? So he holds out his palm, and a sickly green ray shoots forth from his palm towards Obold. Oh my god!
With a div roll.
He can't see him. You've got to see your target to counterspell them. Let's see. I need the attack roll thing. Where is it? I do love his frantic. Right, okay.
You can see my screen. They're like a list of one words all the way down. Write a paragraph.
Okay, right. This does 32 hit you?
No, Phil. No, it misses. Wildly. It's off up into the ether somewhere in the booth.
Okay, so you take well, you must make a Constitution save as you take 11 points of poison damage.
Tell me you're annoyed about rolling a 19 without telling me you're annoyed about rolling a 19.
What?
No. Poison don't work.
It's a poison.
Poison don't work. It's got that
Whole body of
what's it called?
Shit.
Oh yeah, poison don't work on me. I'm immune to poison.
Oh, you're immune to poison. All right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Level 10.
Go to your body.
Lucky
Go
you.
to your body. It's called.
Oh no.
Okay, right, yeah. So,
But you should pretend to be poisoned.
Immune to disease and poison.
right. So,
And I got a 20 for the saving throw as well.
says, thank you. We're learning. So we are learning as we go along.
I'll just go like that to him, Phil.
In all those billions of worlds you've been on, does this mean anything to you?
Okay. So that was Cade's go. So now it's Lou High.
Right.
Yeah, you can't see him because the soulmonger in the middle, it blocks line of sight. He's stood behind it.
Oh, me.
No.
He's
You
talking
can
to his
surely.
I'm going to fly up to him for an attack.
Okay.
Careful.
And I use flurry of blows.
Okay. Go ahead.
Come in.
That's going to be the soundtrack of this episode.
It's
A 19.
19. What? 19.
19 to hit.
That misses.
18, sorry.
Oh, have you added your D4?
No, I
God
haven't.
bless.
Why not? I've been rolling all my fucking con saves to keep it on you people. Use it.
Oh my god. Silence that.
That's a 20.
Tell Phil
That's a
what?
21, Phil.
21.
21.
That does hit, yes.
Right.
What have you got to tell me?
21.
I just caught a thing that from Ispan that says tell Phil. I don't know what it was.
10 points of damage, Phil.
10 points of damage. Oh my
It's
god.
says he wants to make that a stunning strike.
Cade.
Yeah, I'll make it stunning strike.
Cade wants to move after grabbing the potion off for food.
Right, okay,
He
yeah.
wants to move.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. How much damage? 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Okay.
And a stunning
A
strike.
stunning strike, that, Phil.
Yep, stunning strike. It does nothing.
There's nothing. Oh.
Barely
Make
in.
second go.
Where's he moving to? Where's he wanting to move to?
He wants to move so he can
So
see Asherak.
Okay, so that'll be to the bottom of the stairs then. There we go.
Yeah, but he can only move 30 foot.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, sorry.
And he had an action, so back
Yeah.
where he was, and then next
Okay.
round. He can...
Yeah, tell Phil. I think Ispan's getting a little bit excited.
No, it's
You haven't
good.
put tell Phil
Good.
once.
Oh, God's sake.
I've seen it about 3 times.
Roll a D4. Roll a D4.
I don't think that's going to rate, is it?
Right, so you
No,
just
19.
miss.
19. Alright.
It kind of like looks at you like this puzzled kind of look, like, just like dismissive.
Oh, what's with these rolls?
That don't even roll a d4.
Yeah, you'll have to move the rest of the way next time you've because you took an action, so you can only go move your other move action, just a normal move action.
Yeah. You can't double move.
Right.
Okay, right, you miss again. Is that it?
Final attack.
Final attack.
Cade only moves 25 as
That
well.
is definitely a miss.
I'm just moving him backwards now.
That's it. I'm done.
Right, he turns and stares at you right in your eyes. Says, I am ceaseless, the never-ending wheel. I am the last scholar of Vecna. I am your doom.
He's a tackler now.
And it's tackling.
Yep.
Man, the guy's like endless
Flying
monologue.
spider.
No.
You should just be
Oh, yeah,
spinning
you
a
made
web
for the
round
advantage.
round and round this room.
Yep.
Go for the advantage, Dan.
Advantage.
Yep. That's what I'm here for.
I think Lazar could have done with advantage the last round.
Oh, we were my turn warrior. Sorry.
Shut up, lich bitch.
25 to hit.
25 to hit. That is a hit.
Does he make a DC save of 13?
What's this for again? Sorry, for poison.
Poison.
He's dead. I think he's immune to poison.
Yeah, he has no effect. He just takes the piercing damage.
Okay. And then I'll attack him again.
So, is are monks immune to poison damage? Are they immune to poison conditions?
Hang on, I'll put it
Because
in
they're different.
the chat, Phil. I'll put it in the chat. So you
Okay.
can look.
I'm assuming they are, but just immune to disease
That's all
and
it
poison.
states.
So that's all it is. So I'll presume it's both. Sorry, how much damage
10
was that?
to hit.
10 to hit.
10 to hit, 18 damage
Is
previously.
that
So you take 18 damage, but the next hit was...
right? Okay, well, that was a bit confusing. Yeah, so 18 damage. Yeah,
Is it
that
not
hits.
20
And this.
damage?
Sorry, it is 20 damage I'm raising.
Right, okay, no problem.
Phil's just pretending to write this shit down, you know.
And so the second one, don't even come. Yeah, second attempt.
Second one,
Don't even come close.
Wild Smith.
Yeah. Okay, is that the end of your go?
That's me done, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so he's got no. He didn't move the thing, did he? So he has got legendary action left. He's got one legendary action left. So yeah, as you bite him, he turns round with his almost like slightly annoyed look on his face, tired, and he turns round and reaches out and tries to grab hold of you.
Do I get any resistance because I've got like that mower thing on me?
No.
No.
No, you've only it gives you the ability, the special ability that she grants you, and plus you get that temporary hit points. But that's
Okay.
it. Okay. Let's see. So that's okay, right. So it grabs you, and as it grabs you, you see sparks and electricity arcs across his hand and all over your body. You can. Do you get a saving throw?
I get advantage on strength saving throws.
No, there's no saving throw.
Ah. Cheating bastard.
That's not right.
Cheating pointy-head
Do the
wanker.
right damage. So that's 1, 2. You take 24 points of lightning damage. And you can't take reactions until the start of Asrak's next turn.
Right, so I take it off me temp first.
Yeah, it comes off temp first.
And then I get them back at next turn. Okay, cool. He's literally done nothing. Ah.
Well, it's taking your reaction in case he moves, but that's it.
Okay, so that was a reaction. So that's the end. That's the end of that round. So reset initiatives.
Yes, please.
Do we want to park things here?
It's up to you.
Oh, Thomas.
Oh my God.
Blue high.
Choo-choo train.
It's still beating me. I'm happy to go until the wheels fall off, but if you need to call it, we'll call it.
Yeah, I've got a 6 o'clock start.
Okay.
We're good for next Sunday, though, yeah?
Yep, good for next Sunday.
Sunday afternoon.
Okay, so shall we aim for a everybody ready closer to the actual start time next time then?
It would be pretty cool.
7:30.
Well, if we're ready, if everybody's in ready for 7:30, then we can make any checks, make sure everything's working. Then we've got half an hour to make sure everything's working.
Fantastic. That sounds.
So we don't force people to endure the an hour or more, an hour and a half of technical issues.
Gary,
yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. Let's see if we
Thank
make it.
You. It's been good. Nearly done.
Cheers.
A good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Okay, so yeah, apologies again for the much delayed start. So yeah, we'll be back to finish this final battle with Asarak next week. As my phone is getting bombarded with messages from from his fan. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We will be, like I said, we'll be back to finish this off next Sunday. Tomorrow we have got we're back with Forbidden Lands. And on Wednesday, we of course got our weekly Call of Cthulhu game as we continue to play through our Tatters of the King campaign. So hopefully we'll see some or all of you or more of you on those days, on those evenings. So thanks again. Just check remember to check the schedule if you're not sure what times they're on. We'll try and stick to it. But thanks again. Thanks for watching, and maybe we'll finish off with a raid. See who's about. And don't forget, you can check out our Discord channel and our YouTube channel where we eventually post up our videos, our streams on there, slightly edited. Let's see who we got. Where shall we go today? Oh, let's have it over to Goodman Games. Goodman Games has got a game going, so let's head over there. Right, thanks again for watching, guys. We'll catch up with you later.